Poor waste management threatens the safety of our planet and all of its inhabitants. Yet our provincial government is not doing nearly enough to remedy the dire and urgent situation. For years and years, trash and garbage have been invading streets and public places, polluting not only our dear territory, but also breaking the hearts of our friends, the citizens of Ontario. Previous governments have never made it a priority to tackle this issue, even though it's a stinky one. Results? Trash accumulates in landfills, worsening the already critical issues surrounding ecology. But not anymore. We are Recyclontario, an activist group, ready to rumble and fix the trouble. We are committed to sorting fact from fiction and solving Ontario's stinkiest problem to help your city, your province, your country, and your planet.
Your city has failed you. Ottawa has some serious recycling issues. At least 16% of what you put in the blue bin should not be there. And 18% of aluminum trays and foils are recycled. That's it. Your province has failed you. Ontario might have invented the blue box, but more than 8 million tons of trash are either put in landfills or incinerated every year. That's more than 70% of your trash. And on top of that, 30% of what you put in the blue box isn't even recycled. Your country has failed you. Canadians throw away about 3.3 million tons of plastic every year, and only 9% of that is recycled. 2.8 million tons of plastic just sit in landfills every year in Canada. That's the equivalent of 24 CN towers. We constitute 0.5% of the worldwide population, but produce 1.4% of all plastics in the world. 1/3 of all the plastics we produce are single-use plastics. And Canadians use up to 15 billion plastic bags every year, and every day we use 57 million plastic straws.
We are faced with a big problem, but it is not impossible to take. Look, for example, Germany offers since 2016. Germany was the biggest recycle ground in the world, which 56.1% of the waste is produced last year being recycled. In 1919, Germany conducted active in order to help counter the potential rise of landfill problem. To help prevent the landfill problem, policymakers also made policy responsible for the package was they developed. Now, let's take hold as an example. Evening which its small 6 was recording a recycle amount of 52.2% in 2018, which equals them Canada 9% for plastic. If we can do it, we can do.
To better understand why Ontario has such an embarrassing waste management system, it's important to enlarge our perspective on the issue and look at other Canadian provinces who have been successfully and efficiently managing their recycling system.
There's Nova Scotia and British Columbia. Nova Scotia is constantly developing new ways to better their recycling programs, and they're trying to uphold their 50% waste diversion, waste that doesn't go into landfills, and their quota of 300 kilograms of waste per capita. Towards the future, Nova Scotia might prove to be Canada's brightest province in terms of recycling efforts. British Columbia is also an exemplary province in Canada when it comes to waste, thanks to the Road to Zero program, which focuses on educating students on environmentally friendly practices.
Lastly, the issue in our country is clear. About 86% of Canada's plastics end up in landfill, while a meager 8% is recycled. The issue is critical and needs to be prioritized. On their website, the Ontario government preaches about potential solutions that never see the light of day, when the reality is Ontario's recycling rates have been stalled for the last 15 years. Furthermore, there are over 200 municipal blue box programs that each have a separate list of acceptable recycled materials. This affects cost savings and contamination. We, Recyclontario, have come up with effective and implementable solutions to our imminent problem. We believe that it's important to go further than education and false promises, which is why we propose the implementation of a waste tax of 10 cents for every 10 pounds of waste produced. We also propose fines of up to $100 if sorting into bins is done incorrectly. Every household will be subject to random inspections. Along with these fines, we are committed to creating a provincial list of what recyclable items go into which bins. We guarantee that these solutions will motivate everyone to recycle more consciously and improve our diversion rate. Put your trust in us for a better future. Recyclontario is committed to solve Ontario's stinky problem and save the earth one plastic package at a time.